How did you get started in One Less Thing is one of the most frequently asked questions we get. Hi, I'm Alicia Tomlinson, owner and creator of One Less Thing, and today I'd like to tell you a little bit about how we got started and why that matters and makes a difference in how we do things. Now, I did not have your typical ag teacher background. In fact, my parents were so suburbia that I think the only time my dad came even close to livestock was seeing a rabbit run through the backyard. So needless to say, when I asked for a calf for my 5th birthday, they didn't know what to do with me. And while I didn't get that Holstein I so desired, we settled on a guinea pig. That's when I realized not only was I different from the rest of my family, but I was going to pursue a career in agriculture. When I became an ag teacher, I loved it. I finally got to do all the things I wanted to do growing up with suburbia parents. And I was all in, 24/7, 365. If my chapter had something going on, I was there. We even created new activities that we'd never done before just because I loved all the things to do with FFA. The problem started after we had our first child, and I had a lot of trouble balancing. Now look, I've seen you ag teacher mamas out there. You're amazing. Taking your kids to CDEs, bringing them along to National Convention, y'all are rock stars. I tried it, didn't work for me. I just was even more stressed out. Finally, one day, I'll never forget, I was dropping our son off, as usual, at daycare. And it was 6:05 because I needed a few minutes after they opened, and I needed to drop him off that early every day so I could get to the school farm and be there with my show kids. And for some reason that day, it just hit me. And I remember sitting in my truck after I took him in, crying. And I called my husband in tears, scared the poor man half to death because he thought I'd been in a car accident or something because I was a little bit incoherent. And I just said, I can't do it anymore. I had come to realize that when I was at home, I felt guilty for not being at school with my students. And when I was at school, I felt guilty for not being at home, and something had to give. So at Midwinter Teachers Conference, I remember sitting in the dining hall at the FFA camp, and I told my friends and colleagues, y'all, I'm not coming back next year. My good friend Rebecca, she's like, Alicia, what are you gonna do? There's no way you're gonna go from 90 miles an hour as an ag teacher to sitting at home as a stay-at-home mom. What are you gonna do? And I answered her, I said, I don't know. I really don't know. And she's like, all that stuff you make in the classroom, make it for the rest of us. I was like, what, like this? I had a stack of cards that I made up for a student that was studying for FFA Quiz Bowl. And my other friend, Abby, reached across the table and she said, I'll buy those from you right now. How much do you want for them? I was like, this is my only set and I'm still using them, so I'll have to get back to you. But that is when it occurred to me, and I realized that as ag teachers, we're always making up our own stuff. We're reinventing the wheel every day, and it's exhausting. We have 1,000 other things to do, and we need somebody that could make things that understood from an ag teacher's perspective. So everything I create in One Less Thing, I like to say, is what I was always trying to create for myself in the classroom. It just never looked that good. But I try and make things that are simple and easy to use that you can give to your students and they can just roll with it without you having to stand over their shoulder and explain everything. And that's what makes us different than other companies out there. We know what it's like to be in the trenches and have that endless to-do list and still trying to teach class every day. Now, I used to wonder what I would do after my kids started school. And I always thought I'd go back to the classroom because I missed ag teaching. I love teaching ag, and I miss making a difference with the students. But I came to realize that I'm still making a difference now, but I'm not just making a difference with students, I'm making a difference with teachers. By making things that make it easier on you, take some stress out of your life, maybe make you dread some days a little bit less, and give you some of your sanity back. And that's a very, very fulfilling thing to do. So I try and bring that attitude to everything I create in One Less Thing. So if you'd like to see how our products can give you some of your sanity back, I hope you'll check them out. We have everything from curriculum and lesson plans to CDs, study materials, to instructional videos as well. It's kind of like cloning yourself as an ag teacher. Thanks for taking the time to check us out. Again, my name's Alicia Tomlinson, owner and creator of One Less Thing.